I'm not even in the camera. How you like that? Well, it's 8 a.m. today. Well, it's 8 a.m. It does 8 a.m. every day, but it is 8 a.m. right now, and I am 4 hours into my workday already. So, gotta make them fun tickets. Anywho, figure I'd stop and do a video because every once in a while, one of you sends me a thing I didn't know about that like everyone knew about except me, and I'm excited. You know, quick side note, how many cups of coffee can Pro Monkey drink before 7 a.m.? The answer, all of them. So yeah, we're gonna talk about something really cool that I truly believe everyone needs, that you may all know about this and I was the only one, but we'll find out in a second. It's about keeping the damn thing to start when you need it to start. So if you've watched the channel religiously, thank you. If you're new to the channel, thank you. If you're not a subscriber, please do that. I know you hear it in every damn YouTube video, but it really, really matters to those of us that are not sponsored and asking you for money and we just do ad revenue. So go click the subscribe, please. Some of you might know that I had a meeting the other day, ran out, jump on the bike, and she's dead. And it was because I ran my Rockford Fosgate stereo that I bought shortly after I got the bike. It was a 400 watt amp with 4 speakers, and I ran it for I think 20 minutes the day before, and that killed the battery. And the day that I ran the stereo, I remember thinking I should plug the battery tender in. and I didn't, and then the bike was dead. So I'm pulling the, I mean like literally just pulling the seat, throwing stuff and cutting zip ties because the battery is buried down in there. Because yeah, I know you can do the whole negative and then positive to the solenoid thing, but I just don't feel good about that. Now, maybe I'm wrong, somebody smarter out there can say something, but I just don't feel like just going pow right onto the solenoid is necessarily healthy. So I dug down, put my juice pack, where the hell is it? Hang on a second, I gotta show you the one I have. All right, back, sorry. Put on my juice pack, which this is Harley's. And I bought this at Sturgis Harley a couple of years ago because the old man accidentally left his ignition on and killed the battery on that guy on Main Street. So I had to go buy one of these, plug it in at Domino's on Main Street Sturgis and let it charge before we could get his bike started. Police were no help. Not their problem, they have other things to deal with because there's 500,000 of us there. Anyway, so this guy worked that day. I keep it in my tour pack, even plugged into the charging port in the tour pack because it only charges this when the ignition's off. And I've used it for brothers many times to get their bike started. But that day, this failed me. It didn't have enough juice in it. So I'm thinking I just hadn't charged it all the way. I'm not necessarily knocking it. And I was complaining about the fact that you gotta disassemble the top half of your damn motorcycle, I'm exaggerating, to get to the battery, to get the juice pack even on the damn thing to get it started. And a couple of you said, you know they make a harness, right? And I'm like, what? The lights just went off, or I had a stroke, one of the two. So I'll show you the harness in just a sec here. I love my one neighbor, he's a good pal. Man, he just appears. I'm doing a video, he appears. It's like magical, and he comes over and goes, hey, you know, got a camera in my back. Hey, how you doing? Anyway, good dude. But if you don't have one of these, I do still recommend this. One of you out there said, you know, that's a Noco charger, and they make harnesses and stuff. And I figured someone made this. I don't believe Harley-Davidson's designing this stuff. So this is actually made by Noco. I wonder if it even says it on there somewhere. Designed in the USA, made in China. Yep, not really surprised. It doesn't say it. But anyway, this is made by a company called Noco. And their logo kind of looks like that. And you can buy direct from them. They have an Amazon store. Noco, the company, does. So if you order something, Noco packs your order and ships it to you in like a day. Like it was like 1 day shipping on Amazon. So how this thing works is you got on one end, you probably know this, but bear with me. You got the whole, you can just plug your USB in there and charge your phone from it. This is how you charge it itself. And then the other end, it's got this big ass plug. And in the big ass plug is where the stuff I didn't bring is. Anyway, the alligator clamps. The alligator clamps at the other end have a plug, plugs in there, and you clip it onto your battery, press power, and it gives you juice to jump your bike. I'll wait in a minute and I'll come back. I'm gonna do my best to move forward. The lawn mowing is a never-ending thing in here. You guys know that's one of the funny things about the channels, that it's like, this is the loudest damn subdivision on the planet. I don't know how much you can hear. Hopefully you can. But, so the alligator clips plug in there, and I had complained that, you know, all the trouble you have to go to jump your bike, and I've already addressed the whole solenoid jump thing. And one of you said, you know that Noco makes permanent harnesses. And I'm like, what? I love it when you guys, you know, like, here's the thing, do you not know this thing? And no, I'm like, everyone needs this. Because I've actually never been a huge fan of battery tenders. Going back in the day, I remember in the 90s, we used to have a freaking trickle charger, you know, a Schumacher. I think I still have it. I think I still have that 40-year-old charger here somewhere. Anyway. An old Schumacher charger, alligator clips, and you put it on, you know, maintenance charge, and it would sit on Dad's Sporty all winter. We lived in St. Louis, and it was, you know, 50 below zero. I'm exaggerating, but not. All winter long. The bike sat there, and it would murder the batteries. But if you kept it on trickle charger or maintainer charger, you get another year or so out of it. Battery tenders, you know, when I bought an old Fat Boy forever ago, they even threw one in, you know. They have they're already on the batteries, but this is these dainty little wires. Yes, I use the word dainty. They're only good for a super low amp maintenance charge. They don't really bring your battery back if it's dead, unless there's still some decent charge to it, and then it takes days. And these modern batteries and your battery tender may decide to not, it just, oh, can't do it, it's not gonna try. You know, that kind of thing. It is not a charger, it's just a maintainer. As a matter of fact, one of my battery tenders is just a little, you know, this box with a wire out of it. It's a tiny little thing. It is not a battery charger. Anywho, so the Noco company, they make the harness that goes on your battery permanently and leaves a plug that is the same as that under your side cover. And they make their own charger. I'm excited about this because, again, battery tenders have let me down multiple times. Not only the stereo story, but I remember in 2018, I pulled my dad's fifth wheel up with that bike and my old Road Glide Ultra up, and I hadn't put mine in trailer mode, or I had, but it had come off, or you know how you move it, turn the ignition on, forget, and you know you don't turn it back on. So trailer mode was not on. Now let me go ahead and comment for you. I think in the future I'm gonna start doing the asshole comments for you. Oh, you didn't trailer it, you wouldn't have that problem. Anyway. So I hadn't put it in trailer mode, and the lights were flashing for who knows how many goddamn miles, and when I got to Sturgis, my bike was dead. I mean, like, she dead. So I backed it out, put it on a battery charger, I think actually that old one, and it still took hours before I can get it running. So I'm pushing an Ultra around a grassy campsite, you know, just trying to get the space where I can plug in the charger and get it on there. So that's just another example. If you forget the trailer mode thing and get where you're going, your bike's dead. If all you have is a battery tender, if you even have a battery tender, it may or may not work. And if it does, it will take a very long time because that is super low amperage going into your bike. Back to why this is awesome. This Noco plug, which I don't know, this might be universal. Somebody comment down below. But this is the plug again that this uses for their alligator clamp booster jobby niners. This is what I was just describing. Goes on your battery, positive, negative, and you see there's the plug. So if the bike's dead, you just plug your juice pack into that, straight into the battery without having to even take the seat off. Just pull the side cover. I'm gonna run this out the side cover. Pull the seat off, plug her in, pow. And Noco makes a charger. So using this was, well, I already had that juice pack. I think I paid a bunch of money for it because it was Sturgis and it was a brand new product. That one's a couple years old. I think I paid $150 for it. I think it's less now. This guy I think was like $25, this harness here, and it includes this adapter, came with it. And this adapter is what you use to go from the permanent harness to their just charger. This is not a jump pack, this is a charger. And it's got this is the 10, which I think I paid $100 for this. They have cheaper ones than this. So you don't have to pay $100 for one. I just went, I think like the lesser one was 50 and this one was 100. So I'm like, I'll just do the 100. And because this one does, I don't have, do I have my glasses out here? I can't see shit anymore. There's a repair mode. I don't know if I would do that or not, just get a battery, but supposedly it'll take a battery that's dead and refresh it and try and bring it back for a bit. It does lithium ion, it does deep marine, you know, and then maintain. So also, your battery can be down, I think it said 0 amps, maybe 1, and this will bring it back. This won't go, oh, I don't detect a charge, I'm not gonna try, which battery tenders will do that. Which again, a battery tender is not a battery charger, but if that's what you got, it's what you use. This is a legitimate charger also. And it uses this little plug, which I showed you, the adapter's there. So now for 125, I'm gonna have a harness on that bike all the time that I can either use my juice pack or this instead of a battery tender. I no longer need a battery tender. So I'm gonna pull that battery tender harness off there. Maybe I'll leave it. I don't know, we'll see how much threads I got and you know whatnot. But I always promise that I'll show you stuff that I think is worthwhile. And I, you know, if you're like me and this has been your pain in your ass before, 125 bucks. Oh, and also I think for another 20, I got an extension cord for the charger because in this garage sometimes things aren't where I want them. So I can plug the charger in up there, run it all the way out to the bike. So they haven't just a plain extension cord. They had some other stuff too. This even has a mount that I think is cool. So I saw where they're using this a lot in RV applications. And I guess if you have a bank of batteries in the belly of your rig, you can put this mount in the wall, and it's a Velcro strap that holds up. That's pretty cool. So it even came with this. This was not like an extra or anything. So anyway, I have zero relationship with Noco. They don't know who the hell I am. No, I am not being paid. No, I don't have any sponsors. Good question. Someone said, glad you got that deal with S&S. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, I'm like, my wife bought that. I got no freaking S&S relationship. I got no freaking relationship with anybody. Ed Van Black sends me parts. Who else? Custom Dynamics. Fueling sent me my dipstick there. I mean, I got some parts people have sent me, but no one pays me nothing. Anyway, that's it, man. I'm gonna put this on real quick. I don't know if you need to show. Maybe I will. I'll put on the harness real quick and I'll show you how I pathed it. But you get the point. And so this may be the end of the video for you. If not, see you in a minute. It's a damn sauna. 9. You know, somebody called me. Anyway, so as the Brits say, top tip: take the ECM out when you're doing this stuff. It's just, you know, pull that down, flip over to the clasp. Here may be different. Pull it back. It ejects the ECM. Pull it out and go set it over there. Don't leave the ECM in the bike while you're doing this stuff. The reason why is that is an incredibly sensitive piece of electronics. And you're down here screwing around. I've already run the positive and the negative. You're down here screwing around with that stuff, and if that ECM's flopping around, it can just be damaged from, you know, hitting something or whatever. But if that ECM makes contact with the battery terminal directly, you just spent $1,200. They are paperweights. They can't be brought back. So you're either buying a Thundermax, voiding your warranty, or you're going and buying a new ECM, which is going to be a bunch of money and a pain in the ass. So take the ECM out. It's super easy. Don't be afraid of it. Go set a cloth on something, set it on there. But don't screw around with this stuff with the ECM in it, in my professional medical opinion. So yeah, so I've connected positive and negative. Here's the plug. I'm gonna run that down the bike and out the side here somewhere on the side cover. And that way I'll just be able to pop the side cover. Maybe up front if I can just pop it forward, because with a stretch side covers, you gotta take the bag off to take the side cover off. So, I mean, we'll mess with that, but I'll check back in when I figure out how to path it. Okay, so I got her pathed how I want it now. What I did was, there's the end of the connectors. Shoved her down behind the frame, behind these lines here, and then out to the front of the frame. That way I don't even have to pop the side cover off. It's gonna be right there. And I can if I want to, if it bothers me. Right now it's on the charger. I plugged it in to, you know, see it work, and it's working beautifully. It says the battery's fully charged now. You press this little clasp and unplug it, and then it's there. I mean, that doesn't bother me, but if it did you, I mean, you could get her back up in there more. But It's funny, was it easy to get it through there? No, I just heard my old Southern Missouri, Northern Arkansas born Native American grandfather yelling, "Mash on it!" So just like, you know, it's fiddly. Got her behind the wires and got it where I think is a good spot. So now what I have is a much more effective maintenance charger, battery charger, and this is an adapter, as I was trying to say earlier. So you can, I'm not going to do it, you can pull this out of here and it creates the socket that is the exact size of this guy right here. So I think that's a better solution. I mean, you guys tell me down below in the comments if you agree, disagree, but battery tenders to me don't really get the job done. This is cool. I like this a lot. Again, not a sponsor, no relationship. I bought this shit, bought it on Amazon. I'll put the links down below for the, I won't even need the extension because I did find a way to get over there, but it don't eat nothing. Another thing my grandfather used to say, if you got something in the garage, you're not using it, but you could someday, he always say, it don't eat nothing. Like it doesn't bother me sitting there. So the extension ain't gonna hurt anything. But I'll put the links down below. And you can buy this from Noco too. It just doesn't say Harley-Davidson on it. I think it's the same price now. I'll find that and put it down below too. But again, Noco has a direct store on Amazon. For me, in South Florida, it was a one-day ship. So, and you could tell that they package your order individually because what I ordered was 2 of those harness things because I want to put one on the missus bike just in case, you know, why not? I ordered 2 of those and that charger, and those 2 and the charger were in a box, and that's not like a package. So it's, anyway, I don't know where the hell I'm going with that, but links down below. Let me know what you think. I take feedback as long as it's honest, truthful, and right here, not someplace else. You be good to each other out there. Take care. Bye. I apologize, I forgot something. I didn't tell you guys that if you unhook the ECM, you'll get a code, and I'll show you how to fix that. I can't do it with one hand. Here, I'm gonna try and figure this out. It's real easy. If you have a modern bike, sounds like I'm being that guy and I'm not. Well, how the hell am I gonna do this? In short, if your bike has the odometer switch here, where you cycle through distance to empty, trip A, trip B, odometer, blah, 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 what you do is you hold that down. I can't, I'm not gonna bother. You hold that down, then hit that, you know, turn the ignition 1 click, and then the odometer is gonna say diag. And that puts the bike in diagnostic mode. And then what you do is you click the thing again to cycle through each of them. And then when it says ECMY, that means yes, there's a code, because there is, because you disconnected the ECM. Press and hold the trigger button, and it'll say clear, and you'll press it again, and it'll clear it. It's crazy easy stuff. So I'm gonna do it now because, I don't know, someone's gonna say, I can't believe you didn't show us. And then, I don't know. So here, I'm gonna show you that. So I'm holding this down, right? I'm clicking on the ignition. I'm going to tell you what mine says. Mine says enter pin because it's not detecting the goddamn... Oh, because the bag... Hang on, the bag's over there and that's where the key is. God, son of a... Always something, right? Okay. Have the key next to the motorcycle. Step 1. All right, now it's in my pocket. So, hold the trigger, hit the ignition. Lights come on. Odometer says diag. Okay? Now I'm going to click it once. And it says ECMY, which meaning, yes, there's a code. I'm going to click and hold it. And it shows me the code, P1608H, which is like power fault, I think, or something. And that's because I unhooked the ECM. Press and hold it again. And it says clear. So I just cleared the code. Click it one more time, ECM in. So that shows that the code is now gone. BCM in. Speedo in. ABS in, radio in. So I just went through all of them and there are no more codes. So this is the key. It's really easy and you can't screw anything up in there. You really can't. All it's gonna do is show codes and you can, you know, delete them. And it's possible, however unlikely, it's possible that you could end up with a radio code or something too as a result of this. ECMs are weird and you just touch them and they get unhappy. So just know that you may have to clear codes from the radio and stuff too. But also, if you ever do burnouts, that'll throw a code sometimes. It actually will. It's the speed control module, or it's related to you holding the brakes and the back tires spinning. That'll throw a code. Same process for getting rid of those codes too. So that's it. Now we're really over with. Take care of each other out there. We'll talk real soon. Bye.